Hello, welcome to this practical training session. My name is 𝗤𝗢𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓. I am the lead consultant at 𝗣𝗥𝗔𝗖𝗧𝗜𝗍 Global Research Lab. In this practical training, we will be looking at what artificial intelligence is all about. We'll be looking at what academic research is all about. And we'll be looking at how you can be able to apply artificial intelligence to handle your research paper in academic setting. So what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is simply technology reasoning and thinking just the same way humans do. So whenever you see computer acting like a human, that is simply artificial intelligence. Now, what is research? Research is simply a system of discovery. When you are trying to discover something new, when you are trying to know what you don't actually know about a particular subject, that is research. Now, research can be academic research, it can be business research. When we talk about academic research, in a very simple language, academic research is the BSc project you conduct if you are opting for BSc program, the dissertation you write when you are conducting MSc program, and the PhD thesis you conduct when you are handling your PhD program. Now, how can you be able to use artificial intelligence to write your research paper? When artificial intelligence started its disruption in academic setting, most people see it to be unethical. Yeah, it can be unethical, depends on how you handle it. But let me ask you something. Just one question. If you are traveling from Abuja, for instance, to Lagos, or you are traveling from Nigeria to Ghana, will you prefer to trek with your leg? Will you prefer to drive with your car? Or will you prefer to go by plane? Which one will be faster? If I have all the options, I'll definitely go for plane. And that is because in few hours, I'll be in my destination. That is exactly the same thing artificial intelligence is helping us to do in academic research. With artificial intelligence, you can be able to write your research paper from the beginning to the end. The beginning of every research paper is the ideation phase. The ideation phase is when you have the idea of what to write about. Now, most times you will have the idea, but converting it into a researchable topic becomes an issue. That is where you need artificial intelligence. With artificial intelligence, you can be able to tailor the idea you have in your head to become a researchable topic. Sound one, a researchable topic that is addressing contemporary issue in your field. Now, after discovering or after determining the research topic you want to work on, the next thing you need to do to discover the problems. After discovering the problems, you need to discover the various gaps. Then after discovering the various gaps, you need to write the objectives, the questions, the hypothesis before you start the introduction, the statement of problem. Then when you are done, you need to go into the literature review. Your literature review may cover something like conceptual review, empirical review, theoretical review. You go into the methodology. After the methodology, defining your methodology, you think about the data analysis and the interpretation. Now, if you are to do this with human efforts, it's simply like someone who is traveling to Ghana from Nigeria and prefer to go with the route of trekking using the leg. You think about the stress, you think about the time, you think about the cost, and some other factors in place. But do you know you can actually use artificial intelligence to do all these things? Just as you can use plane to travel all the way from Nigeria to Ghana in few hours, you can use artificial intelligence to handle your research paper from the beginning, the ideation phase covering all the various sections, down to the conclusion in few hours. If you are to travel all the way from Nigeria to Ghana, you should be factoring days. It might take you about a month depending on your energy. Same way, if you decide to use your human effort to handle all your research paper work from the beginning to the end, it may take you months. Yeah, months, depending on the scope you are covering. Sometimes it can take you 1 year or 1 year plus. But with artificial intelligence, you just need few hours to convert your idea into a researchable topic. Few hours to convert this researchable topic into sound research paper covering the introduction down to the conclusion. Wouldn't you like to master how to do this? If I were you, I would like to. And that is why at 𝗣𝗥𝗔𝗖𝗧𝗜𝗍 Global Research Lab, we have designed a 1-month intensive training, 100% practical training with real-life case studies on how you can be able to use artificial intelligence to write your research papers. If you see yourself as one of the persons who would like to gain this practical training and also have your certificate of participation